What's up everybody, MDW here again. I've got another Hot Toys review for you today, the First Order Stormtrooper. I've had him for a while. Reason why I'm doing the review on him now is with Black Friday here and The Force Awakens being old hat now, getting ready for episode 8 next year. You can pick the First Order Troopers up a lot cheaper right across the internet. So let's open this guy up and check him out. The front of the box showcases the figure that you get within. The back has all the jargon about the sculptors and company and everything like that. And then the inside has one of them great artistic sleeves again with a picture of the figure. And then the figure behind it as well in its clamshell packaging there with all the bits and pieces you get with it as usual. Outside the box, the figure looks great. I think Stormtroopers look cool because of their black and white contrast in armour. Okay everybody, so now we've had a look at all the box and all the other bits and pieces inside the box. Let's go and take a look at the articulation and just a general closer look at the First Order Stormtrooper. So, he's got lots of articulation. It's kind of like, think of it as an action man with loads of like handcrafted details all over it. So pretty much everything is sculpted and made by in Hot Toys by their sculptors and their production team there. So the amount of movement is incredible on these figures. Now the First Order Stormtrooper is a bit different. So some of the other ones, if you've seen my video with the Battlefront Stormtrooper, the motion and movement you get is absolutely superb on it. The First Order Stormtrooper has a different undersuit to the Stormtroopers, and the Stormtroopers have like a really thin kind of material, almost like like a fabric underneath. These guys have got a harder plastic. I don't know if you can see it there. It's kind of very ribbed. It's almost like I don't know. It's really strange material, but it's really tight over the entire buck, like the undersuit. And I think this actually hinders a lot of the movement on this figure. So I don't think he's as articulate as some of the other Hot Toys that you can get, but he still looks absolutely excellent. So I'll quickly run down what I mean. So the head is on a ball joint, so it can swivel up and down, forward, backwards, left and right there. No problem then. You've got his cool little neck seal under there. His arms, again, are on a ball joint. So you do get some hindrance from the shoulder pad arm there, but it can go up and down, forward, back, and they can rotate round, up and down. You can see his undersuit there. So it's kind of like this ribbing, like kind of rubber ribbing that's attached to quite a thick material undersuit there. It's almost like rubber, kind of leathery. Yeah, I don't know what that is. Then he's got an elbow joint there, so you can swivel his arm right round at the elbow, and then you can't really get much kind of the restricted movement there. It's very stiff up and down, but you can obviously move it still. Twist it round, and then his hand is obviously on a swivel peg, so you can actually take his hand off and then replace it with one of the other hands there. So I'll show you that in a second. The rest of his body, so he hasn't got a torso crunch much because his armour hits his kind of torso plate here, so you can't really torso crunch him, and he doesn't really have much swivel either. You can hear the undersuit like kind of straining, so that doesn't really move either. His belt is a loose piece, so you can move his belt round and position it however you want. Again, you know, it doesn't really move loads. It's a bit of like a little rubbery piece there, so you can move it a little bit, but not much. And then he's got like another utility belt or whatever it is at the bottom. It's just the design of the armour, I think. There's groin attachment there, so they haven't got the ribbing bits down here. It's just got like the kind of the thick leather material there. So again, it doesn't really. So that's about as far as his legs will go. I don't really want to rip it, so that's about as far as it goes. Forwards, literally, that's about as far forwards as he goes. So again, and back, pretty much non-existent. And then his knee joint has got the ribbing again, so his knee joints can bend, but then obviously you can't really move his legs up to do kind of a crouching pose or anything because this joint here hinders the whole movement. So yeah, I was a bit disappointed with that actually. A lot of the other Stormtroopers and stuff you can bend right over, do you know what I mean, and like do them in stances where they're shooting or kneeling down with this rifle or whatever. This one doesn't. And then his foot is on the ball joint peg as well, so they can swivel every way up and down as well. You have to pull the armour down. They tend to come. My one comes a bit loose on this right hand side. You have to pull the armour down like that to free up his knee joint there. Okay. the whole of the figure has got this hard plastic arm all over it, which is a really excellent design. You know, it's, when I first saw the first order Stormtroopers, I thought, yep, straight away, great design. And I say they're the same sort of thing as the Stormtroopers. So the Stormtroopers have all got this kind of same material, like the kind of hard plasticky material as well, and a really nice glossy shine to it as well. So you can see in the light here, even it's just the whole of him is just shining all over. His visor, it's got black shine to it as well, so it looks like obviously someone's inside there, you can't see in, they can see out, very intimidating. And then they've got a little bit of detail here as well, for like the grilling for the mask as well, which got those little holes in it. So the attention to detail is absolutely superb, as you would expect with the Hot Toys figures. So I'm going to show you the removal of the hand there. So you literally just twist it, pull it off, and there's the hand there. Be careful, his armour can just come off like that, and there you go, you get a kind of look at what's underneath there, but you just slip that back on, and then you just pick another hand out of the box there, and it just literally just clips back on like that, and you're ready to go. Pose them in another way. You do get a spare one of the little the ball joint clips kind of thing in with the box as well, so if you ever lose one, if you take that off there and you lose this kind of little pin, this rotating ball pin at the end, you've actually got a spare one in the box with it as well. But yeah, other than that guys, that's a look at the First Order Stormtrooper. Loads of limited articulation, not as good as some of the other figures, but the design of the figure, the quality of the figure is still superb as always. I don't know why they command such a lower price compared to the Stormtroopers. The Stormtroopers still go for nearly £200 each. Considering you get the same size figure and it's all the same sort of armour and the design of it, just people still go for the old Stormies over the First Order Troopers. Well, quick one to point out, forgot. So he's got his little grenade there at the back, or his oxygen canister, or whatever it is there as well. And he's also got a bit of magnetism on him as well. So this little bit here on his leg is magnetised. And you get a little pistol with him as well, which has got a magnet in it as well, and that clips onto his leg. That is a great addition, because you can have all his guns out, so you can have his blaster rifle and his pistol on him at the same time. I was really disappointed they didn't do this with the First Order TIE Fighter pilot. I thought they could have just kind of put that on there so he could store his pistol away if you didn't want him to hold it. But yeah, such a nice addition that is to the figure. The Stormtroopers don't even have that, so that's really cool they've added that to the First Order Stormtrooper. So the Trooper comes with two weapons. The first is the blaster rifle, done in the white and black motif, and it also has a little kind of pulley bit at the front there as well, just to add a little bit more detail to the gun. And it also comes with a hand pistol as well. Didn't see many of them used in the film, but again the same black and white detailing on it. Then you get the base with it as well. It's got the First Order Stormtrooper on the front, the symbol of the First Order on the base itself, and then a little spring that pops up there so you can hold your figure in place to stop it from falling over. Really great idea that from Hot Toys. The figure I noticed also has like a small zip at the back there as well. So in regard to the undersuit being really big and bulky on the figure, I believe you can actually remove the undersuit. I'm not 100% sure about this, but I have seen people on the internet and stuff saying that you can take it off and replace it with like a standard Stormtrooper undersuit, allowing for a lot better. So there we go everybody, there's a look at the First Order Stormtrooper. Pretty standard figure, really decent all round. Say the design is great as always, you can't really fault the actual sculpting. The undersuit is a bit bulky and stops a lot of movement, so that's something perhaps I was not super impressed with on there. Compared to the Stormtrooper that has really great articulation, the kind of lower torso area of the First Order doesn't really move that much and can be quite restrictive. You can pick these guys up on eBay, on the internet now, very reasonable price, around about £100, you know, under 100 if you want a second-hand one. They're pretty much going to be in episode 8 as well, I imagine, so you can start building your army now. Thanks very much, everybody. MDW signing off, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers!